Hi, I'm Geraldine Crane, and I'm just starting this new YouTube channel to share my spiritual journey as I've been healing my own mother wounds. I cut contact with my mum several years ago now, and it sent me on a huge healing journey. But a big part of that healing journey has also been my spiritual journey. I've been doing some spiritual connection work, diving into spiritual development for 25 years now. I went to my first circle when I was 19 years old. And I just really wanted to share some of the experiences I've had on the way, some of those deep connections I've had with spirit guides, past loved ones, angels. And I'll be also sharing some of the experiences that have come through for the women that I've supported through spiritual hypnotherapy and coaching. Because I am a Serene Spiritual hypnotherapist, coach, mentor, do a bit of public speaking, working on a book right now. And I work to help women to connect with their inner divinity, a connection point within themselves that connects them to a loving universe. And I also help them through hypnosis to connect with their spirit guides. When I first started working on my spiritual development 25 years ago now in a spiritual development circle, I discovered I had an ability to connect with spirit guides and get messages through, and I do readings like that now. But when I started training as a hypnotherapist and started working with clients, I started channeling scripts to work with the clients. So I'd meditate before seeing them and kind of see where spirit wanted me to go with the session. And through that, they started guiding me to actually help the client to meet their own spirit guides. Because when you connect with your spirit guides, they are a beautiful source of unconditional love, unending love and support and guidance. And it's really beautiful. And that love in itself brings really powerful healing. So they've guided me to start helping people to connect with their own spirit guides, to go into past lives and get experience through that. Done a lot of training around that with a wonderful mentor, Steve Burgess. So if you want to know about past life regression, do go and check him out. He's amazing. But I also do deep chakra cleanses, inner child healing. There is so much that you can do with spiritual hypnosis. But the serene part, the serene spiritual hypnosis for me is I've developed my way of working with hypnosis that brings your spirit guides along the way. So I connect you with them first, and then your spirit guides show us where the healing needs to take place and support us in that healing and bring so much love and guidance and support and wisdom and so much more. It's just beautiful and I love it so much. You might be able to tell. So my other area of specialism is that I work with women who have mother wounds. So I work with women whose relationship with their mother has not been healthy or happy. It's oftentimes been quite toxic or even abusive. So their mother has not for them been a source of unconditional love, a source of safety, a comfort, of guidance. It's been a very difficult relationship that's caused deep wounds, like a real feeling of responsibility for everybody else's well-being. So end up people pleasing, maybe really struggle to ask for help, have real deep hyper independence, can have issues around anxiety, low self-worth, find they attract other toxic and difficult relationships into their lives in work, friendships, in all areas of their life, and can be very limited because they're still struggling with fears of rejection and fears of abandonment. And this can just feed into all areas of their lives and often lead to autoimmune issues and physical health issues too. So it's a big area, and actually far more common than people realise, because there's so much stigma around it. It's not something people talk about. If you talk about your mother negatively in public, it can come back at you. You can get a lot of judgment and opinions and a real lack of understanding. So it's also part of my job to create that safe space to be able to talk about this stuff and get the support you need. And I've developed a very beautiful, serene way of working around that healing, and I will share more about that as I go along. But a lot of this, of what I want to share here, is how you can heal those mother wounds by connecting with the love of the universe. I remember once I was trying to get Spirit to help me clarify what do I do, and they said, I got this download late at night once when I couldn't sleep, and they just said to me, you heal mother wounds with the love of the universe. I was just like, wow. But it is that, it's helping you to realise that you are a divine being, and within you is your inner divinity. That's your connection point to this divine, loving universe, intelligence, source energy, God, whatever you want to call it. But you are a divine being connected to an unending source of love. And so this can be so healing if you haven't felt that unconditional love from your family, from your mother, that you can bring yourself that love through this connection to your spirit guides and your own inner divinity. And that's what I'm all about, is helping you to realize you can give yourself all love and safety and acceptance and compassion and tenderness that you need, that it's all there for you. And what I wanted to do was share some of the stories of how I've experienced that and how some of my clients have experienced that, to bring you some reassurance and love through those shared experiences. And today I just wanted to start at the beginning, because that's what Spirit have told me to do. I want to start with those little experiences I had when I was younger, because I wasn't a born medium. It was something I had to learn and develop when I joined that spiritual development circle. And I think actually, because I wasn't born a medium, I didn't instantly see guides and angels and see past loved ones around me. That was something I've had to learn and develop. It puts me in a really good position to teach and to help others to do the same, because we can all do it. Especially if you are highly sensitive, which, if you are watching me and drawn to my work, it's pretty sure that you are highly sensitive, empathic, and possibly neurodiverse as well, because I am neurodiverse, I have ADHD, and I'm very highly sensitive and tend to attract those same people to me. So if that's you, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. So what I wanted to share with you is a couple of those little experiences I had growing up that just were really beautiful. So ironically, it was my mother who introduced me to spirituality. She would talk to me about books she was reading by Louise Hay, Deepak Chopra. She encouraged me to listen to meditations by Louise Hay. She introduced me to books by Gordon Smith, a wonderful medium who I still think is just a wonderful human being. If you haven't heard of any of these people, go and find them, go and find their books. Wayne Dyer is another spiritual teacher who I was aware of when I was young. And I will share other people who inspired and whose books I really love as I go through, but these were the ones I was aware of when I was younger. And it was through that spiritual connection that I started having a real deep faith that there was angels out there, that there was guides, that there was this loving energy. But that was it really, until I was a teenager, and I woke up one night, late at night, and was aware of a dark energy. It looked dark at the end of my bed, but it didn't feel dark. The minute I saw this energy at the end of my bed, instead of having a cold shiver go down my spine, I had a warm energy come up through my spine, really warm, made me slightly dizzy, but it made me feel so loved. It was beautiful. Somebody asked me recently, who was that at the end of your bed? I can't quite remember now, but I believe it was either a great-grandparent of mine who got very involved when I first started connecting spiritually, or it'll have been my main guide, which is a male energy that's on my left-hand side, and I will share more about that as we go through this too. But I think it was most likely him. Another experience I had was when I was at university, and I was staying at a friend's house. I was in his spare room, and for some reason I couldn't be in this room when I went to bed. I was perfectly fine in the rest of the house, but when I went to this room and went to bed, I couldn't stop crying. The energy in that room, there was something up. I still don't know to this day what it was, but I could not stop crying. So I came out of the room, went downstairs, sat on the sofa and just calmed down. And as I closed my eyes, all I could see in my mind's eye was a face smiling at me with the most beautiful eyes, blonde hair, warm, and just so much love coming at me, so much love. And it wasn't years later, when I started the spiritual development circle, that I realised it was my main guide, who I refer to as George. I know it sounds funny. So many people have these amazing spirit guides with these beautiful, passionate names. Mine's George, and that's fine. George is a really lovely energy. He is cheeky and funny and warm and friendly and easygoing. So I don't know, it seems to fit him for me. But I hadn't met him, I hadn't connected with him at this point, so I didn't know that's who was coming, but I just felt this very, very loving energy with me, and it was really beautiful and calmed me right down. And I'm sure I had some other experiences, but they were the ones that really stuck out for me. And what I want to share as we go through, what I will share next in the next episode, will be my starting in that spiritual development circle, how I found it, how I came to be in that circle, and some of the key experiences that I had while in that circle, which included meeting my son before he was even born, connecting to a friend's daughter, and bringing the love through from her, which was incredible. So I'm really looking forward to sharing these stories with you, and as I go through, it will become more obvious how these then led to my healing. My mother wounds, I can't say they're completely healed. I don't think they ever will be. It's an ongoing process, but it's this connection with spirit and the love that they have for you, the love that is available for you in the universe, the love that you can have for yourself through this connection, has just brought me so much peace and healing, and what I'm wanting to bring to you. So I hope you've loved what I've shared so far, and I hope you love what I continue to share, and I will see you very soon. You take very good care of yourself.